Hello, this is Claudio Marty of IamTheFaceOfTruth.com. This video is being created to help you understand the power of passive marketing. Spreading awareness cannot succeed on a large scale without marketing. 9/11 Truth advocates must do all we can to make the movement look popular in order to be taken seriously by family, friends, and the general public. The difference between our marketing campaign and the mainstream media's ongoing marketing campaign is striking. The mainstream media only reinforces the official story of 9/11 and the relentless selling of the endless war on terror illusion, which has killed millions of innocent people, is draining our country's finances, creating the biggest debt-based society in history, and is a megaphone for pillaging other countries and regime change, and on and on and on. Our marketing campaign is built upon a foundation of truth and a mountain of sound and obvious evidence. Theirs are built upon a foundation of falsehoods. Why are they getting away with this? Because they make sure the lies are more popular than the truth. The lies show is bigger than the truth show. Face it, we're all in show business, and theirs are humanity's ultimate doom. Once someone knows the truth, the lies no longer have power over them. This is what the true perpetrators of 9/11 and the complicit mainstream media are afraid of: an awakened citizenry that no longer can be controlled with propaganda and will start to speak up against them. The ultimate truth is our power. We just need to awaken more of us on a grander scale. The 9/11 Truth movement is the most important movement in history because it can expose it all. No one in power that is complicit in the 9/11 crime can continue to get away with their crimes against humanity. And also, we will expose their number one weapon, the mainstream media. Only 9/11 Truth can get this job done, because without the mainstream media's help in the cover-up, the true perpetrators could not have gotten away with this horrendous crime and to continue with their agenda of complete world domination. For every single newly awakened individual, he or she will add their voice about truth and justice, and every voice on the side of truth makes all our voices louder, to the point that the world will be demanding a reinvestigation of the 9/11 attacks, and not by the gatekeepers behind closed doors, but in an open court for the world to witness. We must stress that all advocates should participate with marketing 9/11 Truth, and with the utmost urgency, because the powers that shouldn't be are aware, and they are afraid of the day when the population knows the truth and their reign over all of us is over. Our window of opportunity is steadily closing, so with time they will continue to infringe on our rights. They will continue to limit and censor our voices, censor the internet to the point that the only thing that the world will be exposed to is pure propaganda, online and off. And they will make sure that true patriots like us will be silenced, discredited, and scorned by the rest of the population.
Shut up and sit down.
Prominent intellectuals continue to argue that the world's complexity makes democracy impossible. A recent cover story in Time magazine claimed that democracy is in the worst interest of national goals. The modern world is too complex to allow the man or woman in the street to interfere in its management. A man who surely would have agreed was Edward Bernays. Like Lippmann, Bernays served as a propagandist on the Creole Committee, and like Lippmann, he went on to refashion wartime propaganda for peacetime aims. In his classic text Propaganda, Bernays suggested that elites regiment the public mind every bit as much as an army regiments their bodies. Bernays considered mass mind control so crucial that it constituted, in his words, the very essence of the democratic process. Bernays' opportunity to shine arose when a crisis threatened not only the profits of major corporations, but the entire capitalist system. The solution, as theorized by business leaders, would lead to social breakdown, environmental catastrophe, and further alienation between the American people and their government. It would also lead to wealth on a scale never before imagined.
That video clip was shown to illustrate a very important point. As long as you do not know you are being deceived, you will continue to be deceived, manipulated, and exploited till there is nothing left to exploit from you. Then you can be discarded from society like trash. Same rule applies with everyone you love and everyone you know. We are up against some very powerful people. They are very heartless people, and they have no empathy whatsoever for the rest of us. But they will begin to lose that power over each one of us as soon as we know of their charade. 9/11 Truth can give the power back to the people, but it will depend on each awakened person to do what is necessary for the people as a whole to succeed. Please pay close attention to the following words. The heart of the 9/11 Truth Movement's success depends on its marketing. I need to repeat this. The heart of the 9/11 Truth Movement's success depends on its marketing. Marketing is a process by which the movement's message can be introduced and promoted to people that are unaware that 9/11 was indeed a false flag attack. Without marketing, the movement may offer the most important message in history, and it surely does. But none of the potential awakened citizens would know about it. With time, without marketing, the movement may dwindle away and ultimately fail. And that is what the powers that be are counting on. The time is right now. This is our shot. Let's do this while we still have a window of opportunity to do so. Please continue to pay attention to what I am presenting here. Here's a short video clip of how passive marketing is used in our everyday lives to influence our buying habits and even the way we think. Billions of dollars are spent every year utilizing passive marketing on the internet and in public. Small and large businesses use it relentlessly because of its effectiveness. Even the compromised intelligence agencies are in on it, but not for our interest, but for a handful of people at the top who pull the strings. They use it to spread propaganda and to continue reinforcing the ongoing indoctrination, their warmongering cheerleading, left versus right, religion versus religion, and all other divide and conquer techniques are pushed on the population using this passive marketing method. For a divided people are an asset to those that are united at the top.
Shut up and sit down.
Now, because of these ads, wherever we look, they influence what products we buy to who we elect for president or even dog catcher. Whoever gets the most ads out there wins. Advertising works. The more ads that are seen, the keyword is seen, then the more people start to become curious about what the ad is all about. How can you help the 9/11 Truth movement look popular and cool to the rest of the population? By making sure 9/11 Truth looks popular. If 9/11 Truth advocates blend into the woodwork with the rest of the population, we are invisible. If we stand out from the crowd, then we will be noticed. When enough advocates stand out, then we will be taken seriously by those who believe the official story, and even by those who frowned upon us. And ultimately, many will join us and become advocates themselves. Passive marketing, advertising, is like a billboard or a sign or even an ad on your social media page. When people see them repeatedly, their human curiosity naturally kicks in. And this is worth repeating. They will look into what the ad is all about. In addition, if something looks popular, then it will be perceived as popular. An ad, especially with a face, is a very powerful tool that the movement must utilize because it simply works. There is a phenomenal power in simplicity, and that is why the people in power complicate everything simple, because chaos and not order keeps them in power. Chaos is what maintains the matrix. Simple works. Advertising works. Getting a 9/11 awareness profile picture banner and using it relentlessly as your profile picture or avatar on your social media page works. And if it works, we all must do it, or we are just helping the people in power that we must stop because they will not stop. Our show must become bigger than theirs in order to finally get justice, or we are all doomed, especially our children and the future generations. The people that killed JFK are still in power today. The people that committed the 9/11 false flag attack are still in power today and are gaining more power as time goes by. And as a consequence, we are losing ours. They have the mainstream media in their pocket. They have the politicians in their pocket, and these criminals must be stopped, but it depends on an awakened population. It all depends on you, the awakened individual, to help the rest of us wake up the rest of the masses. Every brushstroke on the canvas of justice counts and adds up. Every effort adds up. 9/11 Truth can expose it all. If you truly give a damn, we're going to have to show it. Get yourself 9/11 t-shirts, even if you have to make them yourself, and wear them wherever you can. Get some flyers. Many are free and can be downloaded online. Get bumper stickers. Get 9/11 stickers. Get together with fellow advocates in your area to join forces by teaming up. Do whatever you can to get the word out there. And while we're all sleeping, your 9/11 awareness profile picture banner will continue to spread the word on your personal page, within your network of friends and family, and wherever you have made a post or comment in the groups and pages on social media. Your profile picture will be there. Get yourself a simple 9/11 awareness banner and wear it proudly. They work 24/7, 365 days a year. Thank you. Hello, this is Claudio Marty, and I just realized that I have some afterthoughts. So after you see this video presentation, you may ask, who is this Claudio Marty guy? And what does he know about marketing and getting this show on the road? Well, my first taste of marketing was when I was about 11 or 12 years old. I had my own business, so I've been a businessman mostly all my life. And you have to market all the way, for your business. Otherwise, no one knows that you exist. So, but my first taste of marketing was when I was, like I said, 11 or 12 years old. And it was in the summertime, so I was off from school. And I really like working. I don't mind working. I've always been a very hard worker. And anyway, we were poor also, so the few extra bucks that I could make, definitely bought more candy or whatever I wanted. Anyway, so but I used to make my own flyers by hand. I used to print them out. Write them out. I didn't print them out. I wrote them, the same exact message on the same piece of paper, and then I would cut them out with a pair of scissors, and then I would slip them underneath apartment doors, in New York. That's where I grew up, Brooklyn, New York. And so I would get calls. And not everybody would call me, to get me to wash their windows, but some did. So, but that was my first taste of marketing. And if I didn't market my window washing business, I wasn't going to be in business. So that was my first taste of marketing and the power of getting the word out there. And I've always been fascinated about that. I've always been fascinated on how people are attracted to things. And so I used to read all the billboards. I used to, TV commercial. I didn't even watch the TV commercial. I used to study it. Anyway, so I had construction businesses, and I started my construction business on a bicycle, and I used to have these little flyers that I made, and I'd post them in lumber yards and so on, and all of a sudden I'd get a phone call, and then that phone call, then word of mouth, and then combined with all of these flyers that I had posted all over the place. Suddenly I was working like crazy. And 2 years later, I landed a contract with a company called Laura Ashley. It's an international company. They do Buckingham Palace. They do the White House. And I was their #1 contractor in New York. Not bad. Anyway, but that's for marketing. Marketing is very powerful. And but I see, as I got older, I see how marketing is used everywhere. And politicians use it, selling toothpaste, whatever you want the general public to recognize, and also, if you want them to buy your product or try it, and you got to market it. And so I completely understood the power of marketing. I was one of the very first people that got onto the internet to make money on the internet. And so I used my marketing skills and made a lot of money. I helped a lot of people make a lot of money, a lot of mom and pop operations online. I helped them market their goods and their services. And I used to get a commission for that. I've also built organizations. I used to be in sales, and because I'm not afraid of anything, and I love challenges. And so I learned how to build organizations working with people. And I've built record-breaking organizations. And not only just for one telecommunications company, but I was also recruited for other companies. And as a matter of fact, this one small company in Beverly Hills, they were recruiting me because I left the telecommunications company because they were exploiting the sales force, and I wanted nothing to do with that. Once I found that out, once I became one of the big boys, and I started to speak up for the sales guys, they didn't give a crap about the sales guys, and I gave a crap about the sales guys. So I had to walk away. I walked away from a lot of money. And but anyway, so other companies try to recruit me. They heard, this hotshot Claudio, is available. So they used to fly me all over the United States and trying to recruit me, check out this company, I used to go to their factories and, and meet the staff, the secretaries, etc. Anyway, so I settled on this company in Beverly Hills, small company, and they had maybe like 20, 30 employees, maybe 20 employees. And they had all kinds of products, exotic products and so on. So, and the compensation plan was really good. So I go back to New York. I says, okay, guys, I had a whole sales organization for my telecommunications team that I built. They were waiting for me to make a decision, and then we were going to go and whatever I decided, they were going to team up with me, and then we were going to do this thing, and make sales and make money and so on. And so the company was called GMI, something M International. And it was a while ago. Anyway, we were so productive that the company could not catch up with us. They had to close their doors. We were making a ton of money. I'm telling you, we were racking it up. But we marketed what we were doing, and the company could not keep up with our production, and they could not train their staff fast enough, and they could not produce enough product. They could not import enough products fast enough, to fulfill all these orders that we were getting. And they had to close their doors. So there's such a thing as being too productive. Anyway, but that's the kind of that's the kind of experience that I have, and that is what I am presenting here for advocates. The 9/11 Truth Movement. I could be an advocate for anything, right? There's all kinds of advocates, but why 9/11? Because 9/11 goes for the juggler. 9/11 exposes the media. The only way that the perpetrators of 9/11 got away with the 9/11 crime is because the media was complicit. So you expose 9/11, you expose the media, and then all advocates can have their concerns reported responsibly, and not with propaganda, spin, and all of this other crap that we're used to. And if we don't expose the media, which is the cabal's number one tool, and we are all doomed. And I am not kidding. We are doomed. If you just study it, you look at it, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, there's a lot more about me, that I'll be putting out there, little bits at a time, for those of you that want to know. But I am a guy that is, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And when I could do that, when I see that, nothing stops me. And we're looking for people that can hop on board, and because I stepped up to help you guys, but I need help to help you guys. So it's a team. Teamwork makes the dream work, and together everyone achieves more. There's no doubt about that. And right now, anyway, so I gave you a sense of who I am, and the type of experience that I have, and my commitment. And but 9/11 is the key. You expose 9/11, you expose it all. The corrupt politicians, the media, the banking cartel, the oil company cartel, all other cartels. And because these are the guys, when you put them all together, it's called a cabal. All right? All the bad guys. And they're very powerful. And so it's going to take a united front. And we're going to have to go for the juggler. And but we have to move our butts right now. Okay? So there's another part of this afterthoughts. And So I'll be right back. It's just a couple of notes that I just wanted to put out there because you guys need to know certain things, and because knowledge is power. And so I'll be right back. All right, and thank you. I forgot that I wanted to say before that there's a lot of people that stepped up, a lot of professionals besides you, besides mom and pop and everybody else. But there are lawyers that stepped up. There are architects that stepped up. There are engineers. There are authors. There are college professors. There are psychologists. And we're all in this fight together. And you know, they're not doing it because it's a good career, you know, change. You know, this is not, you know, being an advocate is hard work, and there's no money in it. No matter how much slander they throw out there regarding, you know, that, you know, nobody gets into the movement to become a, you know, to capitalize on it, you know, monetarily. You know, this is all about, you know, saving us. Anyway, so I made these some notes. I didn't want to add too much onto that video presentation. I just wanted to give you guys the meat and potatoes. But I've got some important gravy that I need to share with you. And so please bear with me, okay? Getting to 9/11 truth is doable, but you need to be patient. You need to replenish your patience daily with yourself and with each other. There is not one thing that the 9/11 Truth Movement can offer that is instant gratification. You need to persist, endure, and stay united no matter what. Remember, we're going to the core of the problem, exposing the cancer that creates all the symptoms that we're all concerned with. So you need to be patient, endure, and persist. The most evil people on this planet are very patient, and with each other. They may not even like each other, but they are united and they stay the course. So in order to defeat them, we must stay united. When you use your 9/11 awareness banner as your profile picture, your family and friends may not understand your stance at this time. But with time and with persistence and endurance, they will naturally look into why you have taken your stance. Because eventually they will see how many others, like you, have stepped up. That is when you, as an individual, start to look. And the key word here is look, that your stance is popular and is worthy of their attention. We need to make the truth look popular in order to be taken seriously by the rest of the population. If you look like everyone else, you are invisible. And that's exactly what the powers that be want. They want us to be invisible. That is why we stress to get and keep your 9/11 awareness banner up, because it is a long-term plan. The banner plan is the easiest and is the quickest way to help make 9/11 Truth Movement look popular, because marketing does work, and it always has. The powers that be only became the powers that be because they thought long-term. The powers that be understand the importance of the show business aspect of our reality. And they took and continue to take complete advantage of it and use it to brainwash, deceive, divide, and manipulate the population. The very united cabal took centuries to get to this point of almost complete control of this world. But they persisted, endured, and did whatever it took for them to get to this point. And they will continue until we no longer have rights or tools left to stop them with. This reminds me of Benjamin Franklin, when a lady asked him, "Well, doctor, what do we got? A republic or a monarchy?" "A republic if you can keep it," he said. He saw the danger that existed on the horizon if the population did not stay vigilant. The free press was supposed to be our watchdog, but the mainstream media has been taken over completely by some evil interests. They are united. They endure, and they have a plan, and they follow that plan religiously. We are in a race with good versus evil, but we need to move now with the utmost urgency, because they are on to people like you and me. So in order to defeat them, you will have to keep your eyes on the prize. They will do their best to wear you down. They will do their best to discourage you using the very well-trained, indoctrinated population. And even so-called opinionated fellow advocates will try to discourage you from doing what is necessary to reach our common goal. And let's not forget the cabal's henchmen, the paid agents, infiltrators who are among us in droves. You must also recognize that you have been indoctrinated yourself, that only a paycheck can keep you on track so you don't mind the hardship. The only paycheck here is freedom for all of humanity and exposing the evil of this world. But they will do their best to divide us. Never give in, never. Remember that. Advocates are the most important people in history at this time. That means you. So if you want to win this good versus evil war, you will have to endure. And we can win. But it depends on you, the individual, combined with all other completely determined individuals working as a team. Saving humanity is serious business and is not for the faint at heart. It's only for the strong. It's only for those that truly care, and not just by those that just say they care, but by those who show it and want to be part of something that can finally stop evil's agenda. Once again, there is no paycheck at the end of the week being an advocate. There are no perfect people in the movement. We are comprised of a mix of the population. We are a microcosm of society. But we are all we've got to turn this world around. If you want a perfect movement, you'll have to make sure there is no one in it, including yourself. The heart of the 9/11 Truth movement's success lies in its marketing. Keep those banners up and encourage others to do the same, and we can win this fight. We're all in show business. Everyone must have their part in it. It's our show versus the evil cabals. Our show is the most important show on the planet right now, and ours must triumph. It's that simple. If the truth can set us free, then what I have said here is nothing but the truth. So let's get this job done and show these true evildoers who's really the boss.